That's a little pissy. Streaming for an hour, and turns out it didn't go live when I thought it went live. Fantastic. Well, I'm your host, Crafty Andy, and we're going to be doing some art. As you can see, I started up on the matte painting here for a little stitch thing I'm doing, a little lilo stitch painting, matte painting for a print I have. I just didn't want a straight up black matte, so I want to do something a little more elaborate. So that's what we're working on right now. I just didn't want a straight up black matte. Fucking something. Audio test is fine. And I see I'm not even fucking really live. Whatever. Could be worse. Alright. Need to work on this. Pissed off about that. And a little frustrating gamer mode there. Whatever. Like I said, could be worse. Kind of doing a stream all together. It's gonna look on bright side things. Even when everything else is shit. This. I don't know if I'll do a black outline. Maybe. That would stick out more. I was like, oh, okay, no regulars showed up at chat. And then, oh. I was talking earlier about how I was having a little tug on my conscience lately. Like, here I am working on some, like, cute little project thing, right? Just like a lot of other YouTubers are, making video essays on, like, TV shows and movies. And even the people talking about this sort of thing are kind of guilty of it too. I see them doing the same shit. You know, it's like the planet's dying. You know, we're on the verge of like food shortages and everything down the road. Stuff to look forward to. Climate refugees. Yet here I am, you know, working on a little stitch drawing. Doing a whole like video about like the impact of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, none of that shit's gonna matter if ecosystems collapse, right? I don't know, I just can't help myself, I guess. In every civilization, there's always people creating art. remember what the state of the current world was. I bet when Rome was on fire, there were still people just, you know, painting away. Writing away. Like, that fire's way over there, ain't gonna come over here. And if it does, oh well, nothing I can do about it. Just leave. Oh no, who knew how bad things could have gotten? Good red. Anything if I put a layer of white in here. See the pupils. Very dark, saturated colors here. Watching a great video from this man named Eyepatch Wolf about YouTube training courses or social media training courses where they try to teach you how to get 1 million followers and sponsorships and everything, and a lot of them are like not even successful at it, yet they want you to pay for their courses that are supposed to teach you how to do it. They haven't done it themselves, or they have done it, but they've only done it once in reality when you think about it. Pretty great, because I used to get inundated with a lot of that shit, especially network companies like, oh, you want to become a part of our network and take part of your revenue? I'll promote you. I've seen channels just like stagnate because of their fucking network, network they signed up for. Sponsor Let's Play content and shit like that. The screensaver part of this thing. Now I know when it errors out. It stops displaying. Okay, let's lighten up some. Hey, Blazy. Welcome to the late stream. Ain't here for an hour, so the crowd of no one because I didn't start the stream end like I thought I did. You know I was broadcasting this entire time. Figure that one out. Oh well. Lighten up some of these areas here. Trying to make them stick out a little more. I have a feeling if it were up to me, I'd be lightening up the this pink area more in the background. And I think that's what I'm going to end up doing is just desaturating it with a layer of white. That works good for the pupils here. Right there. Alright. Be right back. Let my GoPro cool off, I guess. Right back in a minute. The fuck's my coffee? Ah. I wonder if I just thin down the white like a bunch of water. That might work. Well, it might actually work just to add some more character to it. Get a bigger brush. Alright. Play camera. Is it even recording now? Yeah, I'm gonna desaturate this background a little bit. I'll help these tiki drawings I'm doing to stick out more. Assuming I can get this GoPro to properly work. Look at that, it is trying to like fucking bug out or something. I'm gonna switch out SD cards. Come on, man. You're killing me, Smalls. About 2 seconds away from just switching over to 1080p again. Saying fuck it. Tired of this hassle. I look at this video and it's frozen. Yep. Oh, fuck it, we're going to 1080p, I don't care anymore. Make out with the shit on there. Stay in 80p. Stop overheating now. Tired of this nonsense. Okay, so water down, a bunch of white on here. Really watered it down. So just gonna go over everything and lighten it up. Also not good that it's still wet in some areas. Over areas that are not wet. Oof, yeah, I really fucked that one up, didn't I? this. Man, go fly. Want to redo this whole thing. I stopped poking at it for a bit and let it dry off. Switch over to a different painting here. Alright, so that dries. Switch over to my next one. Yeah, we'll focus on the teeth and mouth and everything. I'll attempt to keep this at 4K. Fuck off. GoPro, you fuck. No, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go in there and delete those two files. And switch my SD card. Maybe it just needed to be formatted and I didn't format it. Turn on. Oh my fucking god, GoPro. Jesus Christ, stop. Okay, what other things I could probably do on here to make it stable? Yeah, let's just look this up. Alright, well, I guess we'll just try this. There, we formatted this. Let's try this again. You fucking gotta be shitting me. Alright, well, there's no escape of it. It's back down to 1080p then, whatever. Alright, I'm gonna switch the SD card out, say fuck it, I guess it's not that. And later it is just overheating, or something. It's ridiculous for it to air out after only a few seconds of recording. new battery in there. Keep it cool for a little bit. Like, go ahead and let the fan go. No, it might create some noise for the stream, but whatever. It's an art stream right now. Chilling and hanging out and stuff, right? How are things with you to stay blazy? I think you got one. You're 17, so one more year of high school and you're free. You're free of that prison, just like Christor is. I have to say, looking back, I feel like an idiot going through all of high school like I did. One thing I'll tell kids now is if you can, just do as best, just do as good as you can and test the fuck out of there as soon as possible. You know? Hindsight's 20/20, right? But still, like, just study some tests, excel at everything, and look to test out and jump some grades. Get the fuck out of there as soon as possible. And if you have some specialty skill you want to learn, like, oh, you like electronics, you like art, you like, I don't know, mechanical things, whatever it takes, just take some courses in that shit, focus on that. Doesn't matter what like disencouraging things people say about like whether or not you can make it in your field or not. You like programming, take programming courses, whatever. So many incompetent tech people out there. They could use some replacing. I'd say it's more incompetent managers of tech people that could use some replacing. You know, you like chemistry, fucking test out and get as far into that as possible as soon as possible. Like, all the friends you have in high school are just going to go away eventually because you're forced to interact with these people that you otherwise probably would never even like get to know. I have one friend left from high school that I've known since I was 4. He's in another state doing his own thing, really. Yeah, something I can do to make him like want to help me in doing this stuff here. And I don't have time to interact with a bunch of people to try to like collaborate all the time, because I have to work a full-time job in order to make it, so to speak. Yep, okay, so new rule, whenever this overheats, I just switch out the battery. That's what's going on with this GoPro. I say that's a good time to indicate that the paint's dried and we can put another layer on there and start working on those tiki drawings again. I think after this one I'll focus on the next rocket raccoon drawing I have. Or finish another designer piece like I have this one here. It is tempting to like watercolor this because I don't know if it can handle it though. Mixed media, I'll take that. I guess it could probably handle it. It's not as well as like watercolor paper, I guess. I just focus on doing the acrylic stuff. Nah, if I tape it up good enough, I can watercolor it appropriately. Cracks in his teeth, or whatever this creature is. Maybe it's just a fucking gaping maw. I was just thinking, there's like this sad class of people that are like terminally online, right? And it's interesting to me because like I know people that spend all their time on the internet, but they don't suffer from like certain mental conditions, it seems, when it comes to the other people who are online all the time. Or rather, they're online and they think like the world they encounter on the internet is somehow reflective of the real world. When it comes to like weird assholes. Like, I never run into that to half or even a third or an eighth of the shit in the real world that you think you would run into if you interact with people online long enough. Granted, I don't. That's probably one of the things that helped me is that I don't really interact with people online, like strangers and stuff. People I know, yeah, of course. I kind of rely on them to message me though, and that leads to me losing connections for a lot of people, unfortunately. But you know, it's one of the sacrifices I'm making, I guess, to work the full-time job and do this stuff. Heather, welcome, friend. You know, one of these days, I'm just gonna have to just say to you two and Chris when he comes back, just like, hey, what do you want me to do next? You know what? You're in control. What should I draw next? Nothing that'll get me banned though. Do a free, like, on the spot commission for you. And make a whole video about it. Or even if like you want me to cover a topic. Like what is something you want to see people talk more about? And I'll try to make something to talk about it. And hopefully it'll be good enough that you like share it with your friends and family and stuff. This is what he thinks about this. If I'm like qualified or whatever. Yep. There it goes. At least I caught it in time. Yeah, just having a hard time just shutting down the stream. I mean, the recording. Come on, GoPro, you can do it. You can't just pull out the battery though, it might ruin the file. Alright, in the meantime, switch this back over. Should be dry enough. Redo some of this real quick. Especially these yellow parts here. matches up too much. Guess we'll just some red in there. Rather orange. Actually, I know it would stick out more. Get some blue in this, some purple in there. Yeah, I like that. Oof, again, it just matches up too much. Turn off. There we go. Okay. Switch out batteries. Yeah, definitely adding a layer of white didn't hurt. Had to redo some of this a little bit. That's no big deal. But yeah, I'm doing good. But yeah, like I said earlier, that'd be kind of a neat thing to do. Like, you have any topics you're interested in? I don't care if it's something mundane. I don't care if it's something serious. I can explore that a little bit, probably. You know, there's some exceptions, of course. I use my discretion of whether or not I get into it or not. Probably will do like a black outline of all this. That way it'll stick out more. I feel like some of this is blending in a little bit too well. How saturated the background is. Oh yeah, I think this turned out pretty good. Be patient with myself and let some of this dry a bit, you know, before we do another layer on it. Probably add some yellow to that brown. Lighten it up a bit. That'll make it stick out a little bit more. So zoom in over here. Go over it a little bit there. I'm just gotta remember some of this is getting covered up too when start painting the stitch part. That's another thing that just popped in my head. Resource wars. That's something we have to look forward to. China, America, Russia, all fighting over the remainder of the resources and stuff in the world. Right now, Taiwan makes 70% of like all the conductors and stuff using graphics cards and cars. So yeah, all the major powers have an interest in that shit, and that's why China's like, yeah, that's ours. That's our country. Won't be surprised if we start laying down nukes. Won't be surprising at all. That reminds me, I gotta work on the nuke video. The parody now, but it'll probably be reality in the future. I feel like there should be a new term for that. When the parody becomes reality. Like, you have Poe's Law for people who can't grasp satire. That someone out there will take the satire literally, no matter what. You got that. We need a term for people who, well, not for people, when a parody becomes reality. What we call that phenomenon. Alright, any more? Yeah, there we go. Some more precision ones. Give me a purple. Yeah, I'm gonna use a detail brush, get some black lines in here. Same thing with Stitch. Once we start drawing them back in. No. with future games. I'm actually going to be finishing up Monster Hunter Stories 2. And then after I finish Monster Hunter Stories 2, it'll be Elden Ring. I'll probably do a Doom Eternal thing too, because I want to get through the expansions and get through the game again. Because I don't know, man. All the other shooters out there, that one's just so fucking off the wall, wild, and just straightforward. You know, point A, point B, shoot the fuck out of everything. I love it. And then aside from those, probably get back into like the Ratchet and Clank stuff, because I got a bunch of other Ratchet and Clank games I want to play through, like Ratchet and Clank Future, Nexus. I want to get through all that shit because I haven't done those yet. Even the PSP games I plan on doing, so why not? They look like fun. And work my way up to getting a PS5, and then playing Rift Apart. That's the plan, at least. I need my reference here. Let's figure out what some other things we're gonna do. See about just changing out this battery and letting the camera cool off more. If I start thinking too much about how many video games there are and how many I like to play, I just start swimming into my brain. Oh yeah, there's this one, and then there's that one, and then there's this one, and then there's that one again. Enough to make a man go crazy. Alright. Well, as long as I keep changing out batteries whenever it gets warm, I guess I can manage this. Yep. As I say. Right when it decides to cop out on me. Alright. Fucking 8 o'clock already. God damn it. It's never fucking enough time. Today's what, Tuesday? Yeah, I think when I get back here real quick, we're gonna start looking at crazy shit, because I need to work on what the Human Observer is gonna comment on following Monday here. Oh. Wow. Why am I using 2 cooking sheets? Alright, well. Shit. No harm done. Alright. Sorry about that. Let's see what's going on in the world of crazy. What the hell's this shit?
I don't know what to say. What can I? I don't know what to say. What can anybody say? In response to the controversy that's recently hit the Snyder Cut, everything involving Zack Snyder's Justice League, and the story that still continues to develop, Zack Snyder's fan base has decided to call the article by the Rolling Stones a hit piece against Zack Snyder. Well, in a response to this hit piece, Zack Snyder posted this, which reads, "If I advance, follow me. If I retreat, kill me. If I die, avenge me." Now, obviously, this has already started to trend among many vocal people in the fan base because they stand behind Zack Snyder naturally. In my opinion, I'm not sure that a Mussolini quote is really fitting of this, considering that he was a, well, you know, Mussolini.
Gives a shit.
That's all I need to say on that one. This has kind of become a bizarre, insane...
It's like a Warhammer quote.
A situation I don't even know what to say. The message is very clear.
Not really.
I think in regards to what Zack Snyder is posting and saying, and the fact that
He's just saying like it doesn't
we're
give a shit
hearing
about what you
more
guys
and
say about
more
me.
news and all sorts of things hit us in regards to this, and this whole thing has slowly just well, become this whole other side of this whole Zack Snyder Cut project that I didn't think we would ever hit this point, but here we are.
I didn't even bother to
I
watch
think some
either
sort of
version. How about
PR
that?
Statement would have been better. Something vetted through his people. Something.
Oh God. Okay.
So unimportant. I don't care what the Rolling Stone says or what Zack Snyder says about his little fucking movie or what the fans are bitching about. I don't understand. What the hell is this? You gonna start up there, GoPro? What the fuck's going on?
Well, we have another disastrous example of the repercussions of these horrifying
Sounds horrible.
anti-abortion laws, many of which were triggered into
Okay, we're not gonna fucking
existence
start up. Fuck
by
off.
the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade. We go to Texas. In Texas, a YouTuber was forced to carry her
There.
dead fetus for 2 weeks after a miscarriage due to the anti-abortion law. The same
Maybe she
surgical
needs to
procedure
realize the benefit
used to
of
treat
having
a
that dead
miscarriage
fetus.
is also used for terminating pregnancies. The new Texas anti-abortion laws have doctors nervous to perform procedures for miscarriages, forcing this woman to carry
They're gonna say this
dead
one's fake,
fetus
too?
in her womb for 2 weeks. Another example. We've now seen women going without emergency care.
The only positive
We've
thing about
seen
this is
women
that it's just
going
gonna
without
like
cancer
start
care,
forcing
and now women
right-wingers to
forced
rethink their
have
position on this a
dead
little bit.
fetus in the womb.
Maybe not the
for
politicians,
weeks
but at least
due
the like
to
normal
these
people.
anti-abortion laws, and we're supposed to believe this is all pro-life. Beauty YouTuber forced to carry dead fetus for 2 weeks after miscarriage due to abortion ban. I get so angry that I was treated this way because of laws that were passed by men who have never been
doctors have to
pregnant
fucking
and
consult
never will
lawyers before they
says
do
Marlene
medical
Estelle,
procedures
founder
on
of
women
Makeup
now.
Geek Cosmetics. Marlene Estelle recently spoke to CNN about her gut-wrenching miscarriage and how she was forced to carry her dead fetus for 2 weeks when a doctor refused to provide medical intervention due to the Texas anti-abortion law. Stell is a beauty YouTuber and founder of the cosmetics company Makeup Geek. She initially explained in a video last year she and her husband were thrilled to learn of the pregnancy, noting that an ultrasound at 7 weeks was normal. However, another ultrasound 2 weeks later revealed Stell suffered a pregnancy loss. The doctor says there's no heartbeat. There's no viable pregnancy. Following the news, she asked for a D&C, which is a surgery to remove the fetus, also used to abort a living fetus. This was not a living fetus. In order to avoid infection or long-term health issues, the doctor said,
Exactly.
because of the new law that's passed here, you have to schedule another ultrasound to verify that this pregnancy is not valid before we can give you any sort of medical intervention. Dr. Lillian Shapiro, an Atlanta-based OBGYN, said to CNN carrying a dead fetus can quickly become dangerous for the mother. Right, but they're pro-life, guys. They're all pro-life. So consider this situation. Imagine how horrendous this is.
Hey, maybe there could have been a miracle
not
baby.
just
He could have revived himself. You ever see that
psychologically
movie Grace?
Disastrous. Walking
Could
around
have just been like that.
with parts of a dead fetus inside you that you're not allowed
I saw it in
to
a movie
have
once,
treated.
therefore it must be true.
The psychological impact, but it's also physically extremely dangerous. And these women are being, is it too much to say they're being tortured by Republican law? Doesn't
no.
seem like too much
I'd say
to
it's,
say to me.
it is
She
fucking
wanted
torture.
to carry this pregnancy to term and deliver it. She didn't, the right loves to have this almost at this point cliche, borderline satirical view of how women decide to get an abortion. Well, it's month 7, it's month 8, it's month 9. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess I don't
abortion's
mind.
never
Give me
taken
an
lightly.
abortion, please.
Get fucked or everything.
That's an absurd fantasy. But this is not even someone who didn't want the pregnancy. This is someone who did. She wanted to carry the pregnancy to term and deliver. She miscarried, and she was denied treatment because the treatment is the, quote, same as that for surgical abortions. This situation, ectopic pregnancy, we're also seeing. It's like the entire political party never even took basic biology in high school. So we have, I at this point, we're 2 weeks in, guys, since I told you doctors are sounding the alarm and saying they may be denying treatment to women for fear of being prosecuted, for fear of not only law enforcement,
Well,
but
it's already
politicians
happening.
coming after them. And when I did that first story, I got emails from people saying, David, you're dealing in hypotheticals. David, none of these things are happening. The hypothetical about a 12-year-old pregnant girl, it's merely hypothetical. And then we got
Really?
a 10-year-old pregnant girl who had to leave Ohio and go to Indiana to get an abortion. Oh, well, now the issue's different. It's a fake story. Oh, no, but the alleged rapist is an undocumented alien, so now it's a real story, but that's the only important part. Pathetic. And here's same thing. Oh, no, just because a group of doctors warned that this might happen doesn't mean it's happening. Well, now it is. Now it is. Here is a specific woman who was told, yes, fetus has died, but because
Can't
of
do
the law,
nothing about it.
the anti-abortion law, you've got to walk around for 2 weeks this way before we can do anything. And there's going to be more of it. And the next layer in this is getting so absurd that even the Republicans can't defend it. So the new thing they're doing is they're playing semantic games. And the semantic
They're trying to say
games
it's
that
not
they're
an
playing is
abortion
they're
when it's a
saying,
dead
well,
fetus now.
this procedure
Oh,
done
no, it wasn't an
when
abortion.
there has already been a miscarriage is
I know, if
not
it's incest, then it's not an
technically
abortion.
And they're trying to hide behind
Just
that
trying to change the
as if
definition of
this
what abortion
is
means
the
now.
natural effect of the law that they passed, which of course
Well, if it makes it to the point where like
Horrifying,
an abortion only counts
pathetic,
when the baby's
and
like 2
extremely
and 9
damaging
months,
to the women,
then
physically
okay,
and psychologically,
that's fine if that's
and
how
to
you're
their
gonna work it.
families. It's not
Then
just
nothing's
about
an
the women.
abortion then.
What will we have for you tomorrow? I don't even want to know, quite frankly. I'm sure it'll be horrible. When I'm looking for a good documentary, I'll sometimes scroll around on your average streaming services, and they're okay, but I almost always
Speaking of which,
end
I'm
up
gonna
on
get
an
started
app
watching
called
on my
Curiosity
documentary.
Stream. Our sponsor, Curiosity Stream, is the king of
About the
documentaries.
racist
They
history
have
of
only
America. It's
documentaries.
pretty great.
I recently watched Insect Apocalypse. It is horrifying what's going on with the bees. Extremely disturbing. But the
Yeah,
documentary
there's not gonna be any
Insect
bees left.
Apocalypse is fascinating, and I can't recommend it more highly.
That's
There's
good.
a
That's fun,
Curiosity
too. That's fun
Stream app
news.
for all of your devices.
Like, how long before this, like,
Curiosity Stream is always adding
the
new titles. They have a
dominoes,
ton of awesome
you know,
original
start
content.
hitting
They
one
have
after
big
the other, you know?
award-winning documentaries by the filmmakers.
I know, like,
They also have
the
smaller
toilet flush is
independent
taking a long time
documentaries
and
that
might
are
even take
often
like another
just as
lifetime or
good
so.
on every topic under the sun. And
Man,
the best part about
It
Curiosity
just seems like
Stream is how
there's gotta be a
affordable
point
it
where
is.
it just like
You can
tips
get full
over and we're all
access
caught in the
for
fucking middle of it.
$14.99 a year, not a month, a year. That's
I'm thinking
$1.25
Zoomers,
a month.
definitely.
When you go to curiositystream.com/Pacman and
I think it
use
just
the
doesn't help
code
too that there's just a whole bunch
The
of like
link is
false
in the
flags and shit like that that's happened like over the 70s and 80s and everything when it came to environmental issues.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the Kyle Kalinske
Saying that there's gonna be
Abortion
like another
Hour.
ice age within the next 10
no,
years
but in all
or some
seriousness,
shit,
that's what
stuff
the
like that.
overwhelming majority of today's show is. I think I have over a dozen stories, maybe.
Alright, it's 8:30. I need some leeway so I can, watch my own stuff and relax and get ready for the job. Because, God forbid I have a stream where I can work on this for 8 hours. Anyways, good night.